Be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. Runs over it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 39, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dickson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
Oh, look at the juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for L.A.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run here with Akers.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. On the move to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his right. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Short throw to Disley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37th.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Wilson will throw again.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. at the Rams 4-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 99. Check 99.
They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. This is caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
To the air again, Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a toss play. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
For DK Metcalf, we know all about that sprinter speed that he has. It was definitely on display there as he's able to pick up good yardage after the catch.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll run on first down. Akers. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a first down throw. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and inches, Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break. Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 27, Stafford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play action. Now Wilson steps away. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Carson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carson. Running right through it. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Going right back to Akers. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 44, Stafford. It's brought in by Harris.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
It's a run with Akers.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
And the Rams are right back in this football game. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Stafford now to throw.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were
right?
standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for the Seahawks, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.